Hey, Area here. Let's get real about this. I once hired a contractor for what I thought was a simple 8-hour task, and within 48 hours, I had bank holds, an upset client, and 2 weeks where I couldn't leave the country because of paperwork I hadn't anticipated. That mistake cost me time, money, and a lot of sleep. Today, I'm sharing a border-safe playbook so you don't repeat that exact mess. Promise, by the end, you'll have clear decision rules, a 48-hour paid trial template, payment lanes that preserve mobility, onboarding SOPs that minimize access risk, and a 30-day pilot plan you can run next week. Quick but important disclaimer up front. This episode is operational guidance, not legal or tax advice. Every country and passport combination has different rules. If you're hitting complex classification questions or big payroll obligations, consult local counsel or an accountant. Got it? Okay, let's build a system that keeps you mobile and legally conservative. First beat, when should you hire versus partner or white label? Simple framework. Ask 3 questions. 1, is this core to your client deliverable or a peripheral task? 2, does the person need access to client accounts, money, or sensitive data? 3, is the role ongoing or a one-off spike? If a task is peripheral, low access, and short, favor contractors or agencies. If it requires long-term accountability or deep client access, strongly consider a white label partner or an agency relationship that takes the employer risk off your plate. Now, a risk versus value checklist you can run in 60 seconds. Expected monthly spend, access scope, none, limited, full, client-facing responsibility, no, yes, passport/visa friction for payment lanes, and rollback complexity if it goes wrong. Score each from 1 to 5. If your total risk score is above a threshold you set, say 12, pause and consider a partner or escrow arrangement instead of a direct contractor hire. This simple math keeps nomads from getting emotional and helps preserve mobility. Next, fast vetting and the 48-hour paid trial. This is the heart of a border-safe hiring flow. Low stakes, paid, objective. Here's a template you can use word for word. Offer a 48-hour paid trial for X hours at Y rate. Deliverable, a single discrete output. Example, create a 500-word blog draft with 2 SEO headings and 1 meta description. Or complete a UI prototype of the landing page flow for the homepage. Payment terms, pay within 48 hours of approved deliverable via invoice or platform. Scoring rubric, quality 1 to 5, timeliness 1 to 5, communication 1 to 5. Pass threshold 12 or above out of 15. If they don't hit the score, thank them, pay, and offboard cleanly. No long-term obligation. Screening checklist before the trial, portfolio or sample work, LinkedIn or professional profile, a short reference if possible, time zone overlap, and a short live call to confirm English or project communication standards. Red flags, evasive answers about payment method, refusing a paid short test, or inconsistent delivery history. Green flags, transparent invoicing, clear sample work, and a quick, thoughtful test response. Trust but verify. This keeps hires low risk and high reliability. Okay, payments and payroll. For nomads, the worst thing is frozen funds or a payment that ties you to a tax residency discussion. There are 3 practical lanes: invoices first, contractor platforms, and payroll as a service, PEO. Invoices first means you hire someone as an independent contractor who sends invoices to you or your business, and you pay via bank transfer, Wise, or a payment provider. Pros: simple, fast, low cost. Cons: you need to confirm they are legitimately independent, and you might need backup payment lanes if transfers are held. Contractor platforms, Upwork, Fiverr Pro, and specialty platforms give dispute resolution and built-in payment corridors. Pros: escrow and simpler onboarding. Cons: fees, less control, and sometimes limited payout options for weak passport countries. If your contractor is in a place with limited payout rails, ask the platform support about payout speeds before committing. PEOs and payroll as a service are great for long-term arrangements. They can reduce classification risk because they act as the employer of record in the contractor's country. Pros: compliance, consolidated reporting. Cons: cost, setup time, and occasionally stricter rules that can impact mobility if you start building payroll where you are traveling. My practical anchor for nomads. Start with invoices first for short or medium-term help. Move to a reputable PEO only once the role is ongoing and budgeted for the added fee. Payment guardrails I always use. 1. Set 2 payout methods where possible, Wise or TransferWise plus a local bank or Payoneer. 2. Use clear invoice language. Invoice issued as independent contractor services rendered to your business name. Payment due net 7 upon delivery. Disputes must be raised within 48 hours. That short sentence reduces disputes and chargeback windows. 3. Keep a contingency escrow corridor. If a primary payment is held, have a secondary method you can activate within 24 to 48 hours. Collect ID and tax form if needed for your records, but this is administrative, not legal classification proof. Onboarding and access SOPs. This is where you eliminate most risk. Build a one-page contractor playbook that includes role objective, deliverables, communication channels, working hours overlap expectations, escalation path, and minimum permission access instructions. For access, adopt least privilege. Give only the accounts and folders needed. Use expiring passwords, share documents via view-only links where possible, and rotate credentials after a handoff. For NDAs and contracts, keep operational phrasing, scope of work, payment terms, IP assignment for deliverables, confidentiality obligations, and a short termination clause. Keep it simple and task-focused. 2 micro cases because real stories help. Positive example. I had a delayed project because taxes and payroll took 3 weeks to sort when a contractor was technically an employee in their country. We pivoted, used an international payroll service with a fast onboarding lane, and the service handled local compliance, so we paid the team on schedule. The client was happy, and we kept traveling. Lesson: a vetted payroll provider can be worth the fee when time to pay matters. Cautionary example: a rushed hire for a client-facing copywriter. No paid trial, no samples checked, just a promise. The copy missed brand voice, the contractor ghosted during a critical revision window, and our client nearly left. Reputation cost, refunds, and the time to fix it far outweighed what we'd saved by skipping vetting. Lesson: always run the 48-hour paid trial and score it objectively. Now, 30-day pilot plan. Week 0, define role and run the risk checklist. Week 1, post the role, screen, and run a 48-hour paid trial with the rubric. Week 2, onboard using the one-page playbook and grant minimal permissions. Week 3, set 3 measurable success signals: deliverable quality, response time, and independence within tasks. Week 4, review the scorecard. If success signals met, move to a monthly contractor cadence and set up invoice or PEO lanes. If not, follow your rollback. Pause work, collect deliverables, pay for the trial, and wrap up professionally with a short offboarding note. This pilot keeps risk limited and decisions objective. Before we wrap, 3 prioritized takeaways. 1. Start small with a paid 48-hour trial and an objective rubric. 2. Prefer invoices first and multiple payout corridors for mobility. Only graduate to PEOs for long-term hires. 3. Onboard with least privilege access and a one-page playbook so you can offboard safely if things go sideways. Those 3 moves together keep you mobile, reduce classification risk, and protect your reputation. If you want the toolkit I mentioned, templates for the 48-hour trial script, contractor checklist for weak passport nominees, sample invoice language, and a vetted shortlist of payroll patterns, grab the Cross-Border Contractor Toolkit at nomadlifesuccess.com. It includes contingency email templates to use when a payment is held and a short provider shortlist to start your vendor calls. Go to nomadlifesuccess.com and download it. No fluff, just the operational stuff that actually helps. Final note, this whole system is about preserving your freedom. Freedom isn't luck, it's strategy. Start with small experiments, measure objectively, and protect your mobility with payment guardrails and conservative onboarding. Your freedom is closer than it feels. Let's keep building it.